She has people running her channel when she's gone because the longer you keep it going, the more ad revenue you get or whatever. And, you know, this ain't it. Like, she's going to come back pissed.
And I'm sure she's sitting there in vacation. Oh, she's getting mad about this one. What's she going to do about it? Nothing.
She's going to be, you know, she's watching. You know, she's looking at the numbers. You know, she's looking at the numbers and being like, oh, these bitches, they're not. Talk more shit. You got to talk some shit.
I would do it properly.
We're not safe till his head is mounted on my wall.
Which is to submit an application to the court to have bail revoked.
Oh, I wish a motherfucker would. Please do it.
And by no means am I suggesting that Cosgrove do this.
It's a tough fall for him if that happens. That would not be good.
I mean, look, that doesn't mean that we're pushing for him to go to jail. But, I mean,
everything before the word but is horseshit.
That's really bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I a pot store at ATS? Is that who you're talking about?
Randall knows she did it. Randall knows she did it and it said so.
Randy, yeah. Since you're in the chat, were you talking about me, ATS, a pot stirrer? Because just to give you a little information, right now you're on your live stream and it says who divided the community. It seems like you're in the kitchen right now making fucking ramen noodles.
You're just as guilty. Let's fucking go.
Oh, goddamn. Ah, Jesus. ATS, God bless you, girl.
I happened to be on the side of Lindsay's parents, and I don't know, I introduced myself. I said, hi, my name is Jess Machado, and she said, I know, and I said, I just want to let you know, I'm like really trying to be considerate to you and your family in my reporting. And she said, you have been.
That is untrue.
And I said, okay, because you just feel sleazy. You feel sleazy, you feel gross, I don't know. But maybe the story needs to be told.
Like being accused of stealing from a man that I believe to be a modern day Christian martyr is like infuriating. And I don't understand where people get off making comments like this. No way am I going to be like my family is going to be accused of something this publicly. This is like gross.
She's a horrible, disgusting pig. End of story.
If someone had to say, Jimmy, gun to your head, and you got to bet the rest of your life all your lunch money. Do you think Jess stole from that thing with Charlie Kirk and the veterans? Gun to my head, I have to answer. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I'm sorry. End of the day, I do.
Oh!
Again, the intent matters. I should have just never done it.
Agreed.
There's a lot of people out there getting rich off of somebody that got murdered. If people put half as much energy into going after the people that are really doing it and not me, that's fine.
I don't like her.
The reason this whole thing even came into play was because I just felt like gross about making the money off of it. I maybe didn't do it right.
Why would you feel gross about making the money off of it when you claim that you never did that?
But not one of these people on these websites, ever said that they were going to give their profits away. And I did. And maybe it took me longer to do it. And maybe I didn't do it the right way.
I don't want to be associated with her.
And
you didn't.
Maybe I could have been more organized with it, but
Absolutely.
doesn't it matter? You know what I mean?
It does matter. I'm not sure even that you did this with the intent of stealing, but you did in fact steal. If you think I'm wrong, sue me.
Please fucking sue me.
So, I mean, I think this is like trying to give some friendly advice here.
No, it's not.
I know he doesn't like to hear this stuff.
So I don't want to hear from them.
But I'm trying here. But let's go through some of the testimony here. I think it's important to do this.
Oh my God.
Instead of playing the whole thought where I corrected myself, you stopped it and amped up your chat to get mad and start spewing hate. For what? For what? The stream was not about you. I've never disrespected you. I've been said nothing but good things about you. Like, Do I think that you're a pot stirrer sometimes? Yeah, I think everyone is.
Literally.
There was a lot going on. There was like a week of drama on your channel that where it originated from.
And let me be very clear.
I'm not saying that you are the reason.
So whatever.
And I'm not saying that you're the one that released anything. No.
All right, next.
Jess, thank you. I posted her thread today.
I see what you're doing there. Okay.
She is in court each day with me.
That is untrue.
So thank you, Jess, for being here. The Jess Machado Show.
She sucks.
So go check out if you want live updates on X. She's doing an excellent job.
How about new?
Yeah. She needed her fridge fixed bad.
That is not my opinion. That is a fact.
Yikes.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. This is MacDonald Carey, and these are the days of our lives.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for another Saturday night live stream with ATS News. And we've got our friend Amy Boston here. So thank you so much for joining us, Amy. And tonight is a night that we just kind of decompress from the heavy true crime topics during the week. And we tend to talk about the true crime community. So there'll be case discussions, but it'll kind of be sprinkled in with what's going on in the community. And we've kind of been down the people call it the Turtleverse or freeturtleboy community or whatever you want to call it. We've kind of fallen down that in our covering, I guess. Jess Machado will be discussed tonight. I mean, it just keeps going on with the BS. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, Amy, for another Saturday night.
Hey kids, the bunions are acting up tough lately.
So we've got some like clips to go through, some links to share, some clips that I've put together. Just kind of recapping everything that's been going on. Let me say hi to people in chat. Neat Noodle, so good to see you. But like I said, we will be discussing, because let's face it, she was supposed to be covering the Lindsay Clancy trial. And so it kind of all ties in. Pointer Lover, thanks for being here. Crack is Whack. Debbie, hi Lisa. Nadas is here.
I mean, when are we watching your little intro when Lauren's like, everyone follow Jess Machado for the Lindsay Clancy. Womp womp. She failed at that too. So
oh my God. Yes.
How embarrassing for Lauren and Mooch.
Exactly. I tagged Lauren like weeks ago after the Valhalla video about her stealing from the Veterans Association. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I tagged Hidden True Crime and I said, Lauren, is this the channel that you were saying to follow on X for the Lindsay Clancy trial coverage?
Yeah.
It's like, really, not only did you shout out her channel, like, and obviously that was forced. Like you see how like uncomfortable, like, and think about it. Her producer, Grayson, was the one that pulled that comment up on the screen.
Yeah. She's the moons of it all. Uh-huh.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so
you know it's bad when Lauren Matthias won't fuck with you anymore.
Yeah,
she's asking for friends.
Yes, we'll get back to Lauren in a second. Yeah. This right here, though, this just came out this week as like a promo. Well, it was the first time I saw it. I don't know, maybe I'm late to the game, but the Relapse tour tickets, I heard VIP has already sold out. Yes. So that's good. And I wish I could go, but I encourage everybody to just check it out. Oh my gosh, I have so many tabs open.
Yes, I will be there. So if you guys are there that night, I hopefully will see you and I get to meet you and give you a hug.
Oh my gosh, you're going to be there?
I'm going to be there. Yeah, I was invited yesterday, so I will be there that night. Yes. I look forward to it. Jimmy and him are a riot, so.
Yeah, that's going to be so funny. And Emily C is also going to be there.
Yes.
So it's okay. So the tickets are on sale, but the show is in October, right?
Yeah, October 30th at the Schubert Theater across from where the last show was. So it'll be down in the theater district of Boston.
Yes, actually, I've got so that we can kind of get a little visual. So you guys can see this is what it looks like. 265 Tremont Street in the theater district. It opened in 1910. Holy cow.
Yeah, everything's old around here. It's a great theater though. Not a bad seat in the joint. So if you guys don't have gotten your tickets yet and you guys want to go, definitely go. It'll definitely be an experience. I think Turtle Boy says it's going to be the last. Obviously, where his trial is coming up. This is this is going directly to his defense fund. So if you are a supporter of the cause, definitely a great way to support it, and it will no doubt be a great show.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like a really nice place too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So guys, get your tickets. If you're able to go, definitely go. If you're able to just join his channel, like say you can't go like me, and if you could join the channel, and that also goes to support his defense. His trial is in October. I just heard Mark Bettero on Defense Diaries the other day kind of talking about like, yeah, for sure, December. And yeah, you might not like Turtle Boy. Like I already like know that not all my subscribers, because the thing about the Karen Reed like community in the case is like not everyone was like in the true crime community like on board with like supporting her innocence.
Yeah. And I get it. And a lot, Aiden is not for everybody, but my thing has always been I'm about the cause. Do I like Turtle Boy as a internet personality? Absolutely. But I get that other people don't. However, if you are about First Amendment, if you're about reporters being able to do their journalistic right to go out and investigate and look into cases, then you should be about the cause. And that is that's my shtick on it. So it's not necessarily about him, it's about the cause. And he is being railroaded by the state of Massachusetts for exactly what he has the privilege of doing under the First Amendment. So
exactly. And it all goes back to this group of people.
Look at that group.
John O'Keefe. The truth about what happened that night, Turtle Boy, I believe, was the closest to getting to the truth, like first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it rubbed the state of Massachusetts the wrong way, the Commonwealth the wrong way. And they definitely, in my opinion, regardless of your feelings, personal feelings about him, he is, like you said, being railroaded. And I feel like the cause is definitely one to support. The link is in the description box as well. And let's be honest, these people on the screen, something's off.
Scumbags.
Yeah. You know, I mean, look at Higgins.
Yeah. Dude, he looks thin. He's definitely on the Ozempic. It's either that or stress. Or both.
100% agree.
Yeah.
100% agree. And it's like, the thing too about like this group of people is like, I tried to show it in my Higgins video that I made like a few months ago. The story against Karen changed as soon as Higgins got there and they were all together. Yeah. Like, because remember, Jen McCabe never said to the officer in her first report that she heard Karen say, "Did I hit him? Could I have hit him?"
Right.
You know, she never stated, and that was something that the defense team was like, we noticed in the first reports of the accident, nobody mentioned Karen saying that.
Right. It was all added and manipulated, in my opinion, to fit their narrative and pin it on Karen Reed.
Yeah.
You know, 100%. And then, you know, the 227 Google search that they had that guy come in and, or was it, was it the woman with the turban? I can't remember. She comes in and she's like, "Oh, it never happened." Yes, it did. That happened. She Googled at 2:27. How long does it take to die of hypothermia in the snow? So it's like there's too many coincidences that point to Karen Reed not being guilty, and these people having some culpability in what happened that night. And Aiden, all he did was bust open the door for everyone to look at it in a different way than the state was trying to frame Karen. And so it doesn't matter who you like and who you don't like. It's the cause that matters. And the cause has remained the same since day one.
Yeah, and it is First Amendment, but it is also John O'Keefe underneath it all when you think about it, because
absolutely,
in my opinion, once Higgins went over to the Albert's house and they got their story changed, and then Jen McCabe called back and like restated things.
Yeah.
These people have decided we're in it for the long haul together. We're going to get through the Karen Reed trial together, and she got acquitted, thank God. And then now they're thinking we're not going to back down against Turtle Boy either. And because think about it. What are the chances that every single one of these people, like, why isn't somebody like, yeah, you know what, guys, it's just not worth it to me. It's not worth like the energy. It's not worth the money, but yet they're all sticking to it.
Yeah. They're sticking by their guns, man. They're sticking by their guns. Because listen, they're all in it together. They're only as strong as their weakest link. And if they aren't all in on this, or they aren't all jumping 2 feet in on a civil trial or anything like that, then they are, one of them could fault, right? And then I'm surprised that one of them haven't slipped up and started talking yet. And I always thought it was going to be Higgins.
I know, right? You would think that maybe his lawyer couldn't even get him to strike a deal or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're like, shut up. They're like, just shut your mouth and let's roll with this. But the civil trial is going to be real dicey for them because they get all the discovery in this.
Yep.
Both sides.
And so on. Crack is whack. Ian and Whiffman I can't remember.
Ian Whiffin. Yeah, Whiffin.
That dude. And even the FBI apparently has come out saying the first Celebrate poll wasn't accurate. Get out of here.
Right?
The same FBI that's in charge of the Charlie Kirk investigation, etc. Like, enough said.
Enough said.
Say.
Our government does not work for us. They work for each other.
Yes. Crack says Matt McCabe will crack first.
Fatty Matty, the IT extraordinaire that couldn't even get into his wife's phone to change a 227 search. Get out of here, Crack is whack. He knows.
All right, so remember, underneath the case and throughout the crime community, LOL cows or low cows, whatever you want to call them, emerge, and Jess Machado, she can't stop.
She cannot stop.
And she knows that, like, it's almost like every week she's got to up the ante with the chaos.
Oh, it's gotten worse. Every week it gets worse with this bitch. And her bunions. The bunions are just as bad. They're just as ratchet as she is. And Jessica?
Oh my gosh.
Her husband gets involved, like John Matthias. Jessica's worse.
I know. Okay, so let's start off with what happened earlier in this week. So, of course, Aiden, aka Turtle Boy, does his morning live stream. Something was stated about Jeff that was accurate. You know, he's not seeing his son, his minor son, who, you know, he has access to if he tried. You know what I mean? Or something happened. Something was stated and it rubbed Jessica the wrong way. So much so that she felt the need to reach out to Aiden's defense attorneys. Like, let me just pull up the email. I've already pre-read it and pre-recorded it, so let me just play this for you guys.
Timothy Bradle. Subject, Kearney.
Attorney Bradel, your client Aiden Kearney has made recent statements about my husband, Jeffrey Machado, on his live stream that are false and harmful to his reputation. I am writing to you about a statement made today, August 24th, 2026, during his Bus Stop Live. The statement occurred at an hour and 8-minute mark where he says that my husband does not have custody of his son. That statement is false. Court documents clearly show that my husband has shared legal custody as well as shared physical custody of his son. A health condition has changed the parenting time and visitation agreement, but there has been no change in the shared legal and physical custody of the minor child. This statement needs to be removed from the stream. I send this email as a courtesy to you and your client. Please let me know when this has been accomplished. Jessica Machado.
That's not appropriate.
But like, really? Like, do you think Jeff was like, you better email?
No, she's a Karen and she's bad. This is low-cal behavior. Like I've never, like it's like she just wrote the playbook. Like, bitch, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, wait, yeah. Didn't she do it when she was live with her bunnies? I feel like I feel like I saw either she did it, she mentioned it in her live and she's like, well, the email's been sent. And what did you expect to happen? Really?
So okay, I just want to. I'm just gonna put some information that, like, just from being in true crime and being educated in these things. So the court documents state that Jessica is no longer able to have any physical contact with his child. He can't see him. He can't talk to him. He can't call him on the phone. He can't anything. And it said that a therapist suggested to the judge that they have no communication and no reunification. Okay. Now that tells me it wasn't a personal therapist. It was a court appointed therapist that spoke to the child, that he said something that's really concerning. Okay. And the judge made a decision. Okay. Didn't just say, okay, this random therapist come into court and say these things. No. It was a court appointed family court therapist that met with this young boy. And he said X, Y, and Z. The court appointed therapist told the judge that made the decision that he cannot have any contact with his child by phone, by anything but a letter, a letter sent to the home. Okay. That tells me something very concerning. Okay. It wasn't a private therapist. Okay. I know how the courts work. Okay. We're not idiots out here, Jessica. So she's trying to be like, oh, the fix was in, the mother said this and the mother, no. These are court appointed people that said that Jeff can't have contact with this boy. And all Aiden did was read the court documents, Amber.
Yeah.
And she was pissed that they're being exposed because when you're a low-cal piece of crap, this is what happens to you on the internet, right?
Exactly.
So she's just mad she's being exposed, and so she emails Tim Bradel like, have your client remove this. No, first of all, he is going to trial because his First Amendment rights to speak on things are being jeopardized by the state of Massachusetts, and you're going to email his attorneys? Girl, take all the seats. You're a mess.
And how pathetic. And it's like, things have got to be rough behind the live button. You know what I mean? Like when she's not on the live stream and it's like, and the reason why I say that is because Jeff all of a sudden has been making all these appearances like on Bunny After Dark, which by the way, like, did you guys like how we were called in the live stream 2 weeks in a row After Dark with ATS and Amy, or, whatever. It's like,
they are so embarrassing. They are so embarrassing. And they think nothing of it, Amber. They think they're great. They think they're the cat's ass. They are the most embarrassing network on the interwebs.
I bet you Tim Bradel just like rolled his eyes and just carried on.
Did you see his showed Aiden? He was like, take care of this.
He's like, dude.
I mean, Tim Bradle's like, get out of here, you white
not
trash, fucking wicked inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
I love Mark Betterow. I'm just saying.
Me too. I'm a huge fan.
Is he gonna go to the Relapse show?
Oh, I don't know. I hope so. I'd love to meet him or see him or whatever. Yeah, I would love to see him.
Sick. Okay, let's see. There was a link we wanted to share that was fairly recent. This is from, I think, like an hour ago. Because speaking of bunions, and that's the thing too, like as Jess explains to her bunions, like the situation was Jeff and whatever personal stuff they got going on, like the only reason why we know about it is because she shares it, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, I don't care. Like she brings everything, like you said last week, like to the table about her and Jeff and like all this personal information, and then he
gets mad about it.
Gets mad. Yeah, he has like a crash out about it. And Adrian says dirty hot dog water.
Hot dog water is a mess too. Oh my gosh, she's embarrassing.
And it's like her followers will believe whatever she has to say when it comes to like explaining the situation, like with whatever it is, right? Like about the custody thing, for example. And they're all like, oh, we believe you, Jess. And then it's like he's literally just reading court documents that anybody could get a hold of. And the only reason why he is because she turned her back on him.
Yeah. Well, the thing is too, is like all locals don't like that. This is the thing. We don't say anything that is not of her words. All we do is put a mirror to everything that she has said and done. That's all we do. Yeah. That's all we do. Do I call her musty and make fun of her and taunt her? Yeah, it tickles me. But like at the end of the day, all we're doing is repeating everything that she has said about her kids, her poor kids. They're grown adults. And either A, they're just like her and don't care and just eat up the attention, or they're horrified. Can you imagine being her grown kids or her mother and father or step bum are out here on the internet acting like this?
We get to see a little glimpse when they pop in the room and stuff, and it's like this. Wow.
Wow.
I haven't even read this whole thing, but one of Jess Machado's, this was posted like a little over an hour ago by Turtle Boy. One of Jess Machado's top bunions, who has been in my inbox telling me how wrong I am to not approve of Jess's abandonment of his child, has contracted a new strain of Turtle Boy derangement syndrome that has made her racist. She claims several times that I am the
N-word rich.
Because 3 years ago, I did the unthinkable and I purchased a motor vehicle because my 2010 Honda CRV shit the bed. She says I could have given to Natalie's Kids with Cancer Fund rather than buy a car once a decade.
Right.
She also says it is hypocritical to buy a car while having a legal defense fund, but overlooks the fact that a one-time purchase in June 2023, I hadn't been arrested and thus did not have a legal defense fund.
Right. Right.
And the thing is, it's like low IQ.
She's embarrassing. Like, she's so low IQ. Yeah. She's the ghetto henchman. They think because she can like talk the slang that she's like this like big bad bitch. She's not. And she's embarrassing, and she's up there using the N-word, and she's doing all this.
Because I don't want to play
it. You don't want to play that unless it's bleeped out. Yeah. She's embarrassing, and she's like, oh, you could give it to the cancer. You can give it to the cancer fund. She was in J7's chat supporting her, saying that I faked cancer. Meanwhile, I had a 4-year-old son that I had to take care of while going through treatment, going through it. She's embarrassing. She talk about hypocrisy. These women talk out both sides of their mouth only to prove a point, and they're not even educated enough to make a coherent statement that makes any sense. And they eat up all of Jess's bull because, oh, she's so great. Like, It's wild to watch. It's wild to watch, Amber. To take in. Yeah, I wouldn't play that. She says the N word more than once because she's gross. Because she's a gross.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm not like against swearing, but like when I popped into her stream, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, she's so low IQ, low class project piece of. It's just like, oh my god. Oh,
I don't remember why I saved some of these links, but I know that I like Daisy and she has some good Jess Machado posts. So let's just see what this is.
Of Jess is going to turn on Aiden. There's been plenty of opportunities where I've been solicited by people. It's been hard to be his friend. It's been I've lost friends in real life over him. I'm loyal to Aiden all the way to the end. I will never flip. I will never see the other side of it. I will never ever flip. And I am very sus towards people who have, because there are basic fundamentals about him, what he does, how he does it, all of those things. I don't know how you could change, because a change against him is drastic. Over change from the other side is so drastic. And I have just said, this is where I am. This is where I land. I take my time. And that's it. It's not just here. Look at Mike Keneally. I took my time. I met all of these guys. I made a decision. And I've been asked to be a part of the No campaign and the Brian Shortsleeve campaign. And I can't move on because I'm a loyal bitch. And Mike Keneally is the man that I chose. And I can't move past it. I can't flip or switch sides at all because I am so crazy about my convictions. Where I land isn't always the right place, but I won't fucking leave. And there is no amount of pressure. There is no amount of mob mentality. There is no amount of cancel culture that is ever going to change that. Because if it would have, I would have fucking denounced Aiden and kept my friends in real life. I'm a loyal person on a lot of things. I very rarely change. And if that comes with a bunch of hate, a bunch of mob, listen, you don't think 1,000 times I haven't thought, okay, if every person that likes Baker doesn't like me and doesn't follow me, that's okay with me? That is okay with me. I don't need to reconcile this with people or change my mind or opinion, especially knowing some of the stuff that I know that I can't share. And maybe one day I will. I'm sure I will. But I'm not changing. I'm not changing. And you know what? I'm not saying Aiden's wrong about Baker or everybody's wrong about Baker. That's not what I'm saying. But you know what? I remember having conversations with people about Jen Altman. I remember being the only one out here saying she was a dirty fucking liar and she wasn't a good friend. And now what happens? She's a dirty friend. I was the only person saying LTL was doing this weird fucking snaky shit behind the scenes against Will, right? And I thought everybody liked Will. And why are we going to let Brian LTL do this weird fucking shit behind the scenes where he's so fucking calculated and doing all this undermining shit and trying to poison my mind about these people? Why are we going to let...
This is aging about as good as a gallon of milk.
It's like, honey, you're the one who's behind the scenes so calculated.
She's such a snake. Oh my God, she's such a snake.
She'll stir things up on J7's panel, when Kane is on or whatever. And then when somebody's crashing out about something, she's in her little box on panel, smirking. She is just a chaos farmer.
Yeah. And she was talking mad shit about J7 the other day, basically insinuating that what J7 was saying about Baker was incorrect. And just so Jess Machado, if you're listening, hello. We're still waiting for the receipts from 2 months ago that you had in a safety deposit box, allegedly, about Baker. So why don't you go to the bank that's been open for the past 2 months and get them out of your safe deposit box, Jess Machado?
You know what she always does too is she'll be I have receipts, and someday
she had no receipts. She had no receipts. Right. She's a big old liar.
I saw Ruth Ann in Criminality. I just wanted to say hello to you guys, and Angel Eyes, everyone who's here. Thanks for being here. Let me hear the rest of this, and then I forgot. I have a little clip that I put together about bunions.
Oh God, they're the worst.
Let's see what the rest of this. But yeah, everything she's saying, even about LTL, you're describing yourself. Oddly,
yeah, yep.
That happened. So I fucking told everybody about it. He's a fucking snake. And guess what? I was right. Guess what? I said Mike Crawford was a fucking asshole and he lies. And guess what? Where's Mike Crawford now? And I'm not putting Baker in that category. I'm not. But what I'm saying is I pick a side, I'm thoughtful with it, and there's a reason behind it. And I won't fucking change for anybody or anything. If I lose 1,000 subs over that, then okay. There are a lot of people who are very concerned about me losing subs. You think I can't get subs in the political world? You think I can't finally unleash the Kraken when it comes to politics and open this up to a whole new...
You can't, girl.
Yes. That's why I saved this clip, because she kind of proves my point that I was trying to say last week, that her audience on X, and maybe some of them followed her to YouTube, you know what I mean, and subscribed, but mainly she used political division to grow her platform, in my opinion. She did do tweets during the Karen Reed, but outside of Karen Reed, it's been causing divide. And she's a hypocrite anyways in her own political stance that she apparently has. But here she kind of says, if I wanted to like, I don't care about subscribers. If I lose them, it's fine. I can just go back to politics and gain. Like, she pretty much admits that she rage baits and uses political division to get people to subscribe to her. Listen.
Politics and open this up to all.
And I think that's gross. Like, talking politics is one thing, but like I said, she's a hypocrite, and the people
She's a Fox News anchor. That's what she is. She's a rage baiter. She's even admitted that she it's not even about the politics. She likes the grimy play of it. She has admitted on multiple streams. I have clips of it. I'll send them to you. She multiple times she's been like, it's not even about the politics. I just like the grimy games. She is a grimy game. That's all she's done, is she got caught up in her own shit.
Yeah. And you can see inciting chaos for her. She knows that is how she like gains things. So like, just listen to this shit. It's ridiculous.
When it comes to politics and open this up to a whole new base of conservatives who fucking will love every single thing I have to say about politics. You know I can. You know all I have to do is a fucking conservative fucking show and fucking go after libs all day long, and I will get tens of thousands of subs.
Go after
So it's almost
libs.
like she's admitting like the way that she builds her subs is to attack libs and to post extra conservative things. It's like, do you even stand by what you're posting? I don't think so.
No. Dude, she is a welfare muppet. How is she a conservative? What was she talking about? You live like a project rat. You play the system. You play the welfare system. You're never going to convince me that this bitch has never had EBT, that she squatted in someone else's home and played the system to get her daughter to live with someone that she didn't know, to go to a different school district because her daughter was truant in the new town in Massachusetts that she moved to with Jessica. Like, she is a lib. She is the lib that she explained that she explains to the world. Like, the person that she wants everyone to hate, she is.
Yes. That's
Do you know what I mean?
it.
She's a lie. She's a lie.
We saw the repo video. She straight up tells the cop, I know how this works. I've researched this a lot. She literally says, she's pretty much saying, like, I knew that I could just keep this vehicle, not pay on it, and you guys aren't going to do anything about it because I'm just going to drive off with it, right? You know what I mean? We watched it go. Anyways, it gets worse.
You and I know it.
Go get a
I'm
job.
just trying to play nice. Keep the politics out of it. You want me to lose subs? I'll go get them somewhere else. And guess who's going to stay? All the fucking besties and bunnies, because that's what they do.
All the besties and bunnies.
Gonna stay. Yeah, all the besties. You mean worsties?
Dude, they're desperate to fit in, middle-aged to old, ratchet, angry, just maggots. All of them.
Oh my gosh, yes. But it's so good to see the Eclipse Truth in chat. And I saw Brooks earlier. So good to see you, ladies. Thanks for being here.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing for who I am, the kind of person I am, the kind of friend I am. I'm not doing it. If you're a target of mine, you'll know. And it's not because of somebody else's fucking relationship with you. If I'm going after somebody, it's not because you and somebody had a falling out. It has nothing to do with that. If I pick a fucking fight, it's a fight. And it's for my own reasons and my own convictions. I barely cared about this Baker and Jessica Walsh thing. Barely. It was a much bigger deal to her and him than it ever was to fucking me. I regret getting involved. If that's the apology you want, I regret getting involved. I regret listening to her. I regret defending her. But I don't regret defending my fucking self. Take that all the way to the fucking bank. If I come back on Monday, I come back on Monday. I do what I please and I do it with ease. If I want to take time off, I have the ability and the money to do that. If I want to write, I'll write. I don't care. But it's not. You're not fucking canceling me. Fuck that. Listen, is somebody gonna say it? I won't. I'm not gonna fucking scorch it all today. That's it. Jimmy, I miss you. Have a good day.
Dude, she's like bipolar, like borderline. She needs so much therapy.
Dude, somebody, I just noticed because the comments were on her screen. Somebody wrote, J7 is the problem, in my opinion.
Yeah, J7 is a problem. She is certifiably nuts. Nuts. And Jessica Machado inserted herself into her nutty ass problems because she too is a nut and got hemmed up in all of it and started being exposed for who she is. And here we are. You know, she's coming after everybody. I do it with ease and do it with please. She's trying to convince everybody that she's confident today. Like, girl, sit down. Sit down. Oh my God.
You're scrambling behind the scenes.
She's scrambling. She looks like she hasn't slept in a month. Korean Jessica with his Jumbotron panties.
With Turtle Boy's Jess Machado truth journey coming up.
I can't wait. I'm gonna be sitting there with popcorn at 8:30 a.m.
I know it. Oh wait, okay. So sit back and just watch this little clip.
Okay.
There's a little bit about the bunions in it. It's Turtle Boy, something I clipped together.
A true journey
can't
preview.
wait.
It's like October 24th. I should have asked last night, but please do not mention that we spoke on the phone on your show. Okay. I'd like to keep our conversations private, remain private. And what is her response? Okay, but why? But why? Why? Because it's not normal to air private conversations with friends on your show. Like, that shouldn't be the default. I shouldn't have to ask you not to do it. Okay?
Know your role and shut your mouth.
And that went on for so long. Like, it was just constant airing of very private conversations, right? That I repeatedly asked her to stop doing. And the shit that caused me, the mental anguish that caused me, the money that caused me, the turmoil. But why, she says, but why? Because that's what normal people do. Normal people don't air private conversations for content, okay? And monetize it with their friends. That's not what normal people do. The fact that I have to ask you this so many times, like the amount of times I asked her to stop airing our private conversations, you have no idea the problems that caused. No fucking clue. And so for her to get up there and just be like, I was such a loyal friend, I did that. You were the exact fucking opposite. You gave up your seat for me in court and never shut the fuck up about it. Ever. I totally forgot that I saved the seat for you outside of court every fucking day because you had no one. There were no bunions then. There were no bunions. There's no one to sit in your seats. No one. So I got you into court every day. Okay. Without me, you don't get into court because there's a long line of people every single day. Only 10 got in. You get in 0 days. If you don't get in that courtroom, there are no juror tweets, are there? And then you don't have any Twitter followers. And then you're just some bitch at the fucking Herald talking into the void. That's all you are, because no one followed you any of this shit. And so many people told me about her. And this whole thing, I do everything for her. You did shit for me. You did nothing. You did nothing for me. Everything that you did for me was really for yourself, benefited you. And she's broadcasting them on her fucking show every fucking day for money, to make money. Because this is what people, I have the tea. I know what Turtle Boy's saying. I talked to Turtle. Oh, I'm going to call Turtle Boy. We talked last night.
I texted Aiden.
Guess what he told me? Oh my God, guys, I have the tea. I have this.
Aiden Carney.
That's all I was to her. I was just something that she could use to benefit herself. I was never a fucking friend. She was never a friend of mine. She's just somebody who saw me as a useful vessel to monetize herself so her fat ass didn't have to get a job. That's all this was. This was never a friendship. I should have done it a long fucking time ago. I should have done it a long time ago. It wasn't that I was siding with Baker. It was that I was like, we don't need division right now. I have a trial coming up.
We are in the state of Massachusetts for Aiden Kearney, who goes by Turtle Boy. He's the blogger charged with witness intimidation and conspiracy back in October 2023, all in connection to the murder case of Karen Reed.
If you support me and you want to help me, you would not be dividing the movement right now. That does nobody any good, because now I have bunions who were turtle riders once upon a time. All bunions began as turtle riders. There's no such, bunions didn't just come about on their own. They all began as turtle riders. Every single fucking one of them. Bunions do not form on their own. They all came from turtles. All of them. And she knows that better than anyone. And now I got these people in my inbox telling me they're not supporting me anymore, and they're canceling Turtle Club subscriptions, and they're not right before the fucking trial because she can't shut the fuck up and stop picking a fight with everyone. That's it. And I'm like, we don't need a Baker, Jess Machado war right now. We don't need that right now. That doesn't help the movement that we're all here for. But she doesn't give a fuck about the movement. She doesn't give a fuck about me. She doesn't care about any of that except enriching herself. That is it. Period. End of story.
And that pretty much sums it up.
That sums it all up. And just so everyone's clear, Hot Dog What a Diva was like A1 day one turtle rider until she caught the bunion. And then now we see what a disaster she is online for the bunion cause.
Yeah, pretty much. And that just proves that, like,
Yeah.
Not only did she backstab him, but she's turned his own supporters against him.
Yeah. The
for her
rider
gain.
dies. The rider
She's
dies.
causing
Yep.
division. You
Yeah.
know, that's what she likes to do, because then that's how she gets her following, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. They're all hateful. And like, it's one of those things where like I always think like if people are so ready to turn their back on you at like being Aiden, then you could say good riddance. But I think her hate for Aiden, because he wrote the article on her, which you should pull up sometime. That shit is gold. That he took down, mind you. I think that she had seething hate for him. She used him as a vessel to gain whatever she's currently gained in losing now. And had it out for him. She wanted to ruin him, and so she got her Bunyan network, and then all of a sudden turned on him and tried to pull a fast one, and it backfired brutally.
That's wild. But yeah, and Sleepless Yet. Can you send it to me on X? Send me whatever you got. Brooke says
The
that
article is mint. Yeah.
And think about it too. Yeah, she always has good insight. It's one thing to turn your back on Turtle Boy, another thing to take his subs for your own personal gain that, you wouldn't have had if it wasn't for him. But then the year to do it, the year of his trial, like it's like, and you want to sit over there and on your high horse and act like I was always there for him and I was always supporting. This is when he needed like real friends.
She's delusional.
And it's like tough times do show you, you know what I mean? Who your real friends are, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm excited for the truth journey that Turtle Boy's going to share. Hold on, let me pull this up.
I mean, me and you even said on our first episode together about this, how me and you tried to watch her originally, and we had a bad taste in our mouth. She wasn't for us, and all she did was mention Aiden. All she did was mention Aiden or Jimmy, because those were the two tokens for her popularity, and she wanted everyone to know how close she was with those two people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's always
From jump.
name dropping.
Always. Mm-hmm.
And also, hold on. I forgot what I was going to say. I think it has something to do, somebody said in chat. Hold on. Let me just play this. It'll come back to me. I'm going to follow up why specifically I think that she's going to go through her text messages with Aiden. And
come in. Yes.
There was something she said that was just so like, this is so weird.
Just so cringy.
Just skip that part. Okay. So I said, I went away with my husband for the weekend, came home, saw Meredith's post about you calling her, assumed you told her the same thing you told me. I talked about it this morning for 7 minutes, and then I corrected it in the moment after you spoke about it. I'm not sure what Lindsay is talking about, but I have zero idea why this woman is coming at me yet again, unless you're telling her to. At this point, if you're talking to me, I will assume whatever you are saying is a lie. I never experienced anything like what I am seeing here. And for the record, being a friend is a two-age street. So right at this time is when Lindsay was starting her like valid truth journey and coming at me, right? And it was very obvious that Aiden was like sicking Lindsay on me. He said, I tried calling you. I didn't send Lindsay after you. In fact, I tried my best to get her not to, and she even posted about my efforts to do so.
Hold on. I just realized, since she's mentioning Lindsay, it's a good time to share this other little clip I put together. Then we'll get back to this one.
Okay.
This is me on November 21st. Then she goes, I'm just putting it on the record that if you fucked Lindsay this week, I might not say anything on the internet, but I would totally high five you in person. That's her words. I would totally high five you in person. On any given day, still better than fucking Meredith if you didn't disregard the whole text. That's what she said. She's like telling me she would high five me if I did. She's like, I'm a high five you. She's like, and then I don't even. I just did a laughing emoji to it. I did the haha reaction. I'm like, yeah. I go, Kate's insane because Kate's the one putting that shit out there, and I think Meredith is this anonymous source in her Discord saying that, putting that out there. That Krusty Panties announced that, like, oh, he's banging her again, and somebody in my Discord told me that. I go, Kate says this happened on Thursday night that I was banging her. I was live streaming myself watching the Patriots game that night, so that would be impossible. So Machado goes, I am oddly disappointed it isn't true. Reunion hate fucks were my faves before I was married. At this point, if anything bad is happening to you, chances are it's Meredith or Kate, and that's just statistics. Okay? And then she's literally encouraging this. Okay? And I'm like, no, sorry. She's like, I would give you a high five if you were. I'm like, nope, sorry. And then she's like, oh, I'm disappointed. Those are her exact words. And then she goes on her stream and she's like, he was fucking her. You literally have it in text that I'm not stupid. What are you talking about? Making shit up. All this bitch does now is make shit up now. But anyway, go ahead. And it's also weird that you're like thinking about that.
She's so gross. Who needs enemies when you have friends like Jess Machado? Amber, how many times have me and you over our friendship of being like online creators and like you're way big? How many times have we ever had to say, don't say this live? How many
Never.
times? Never.
Never. In fact, like before we were 5 minutes late and I was like, oh, I'll just let them know that we were talking the real shit backstage. But then I'm like, nah, like we talk more tame backstage than we are right now.
Right. And like we've never had to be like, please don't say this live. Never. Like that's just like a unsaid rule. Like this tells me everything I need to know about Jess. Like, and why is she so concerned about Aiden's sex life and then to go on her program and lie? Like it's for clicks and views.
Yeah, she is way too concerned with like who he's banging. And yes, it is for clicks and views, but I think there's like an added like creepy like
jealousy.
I want to fantasize and like think about it.
Yes. Well, because Jessica ain't giving it to her.
She's probably got to have something to think about if that does end up happening. She's like, let me get some information from Aiden first, and then I'll join you, Jeffy.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
And the thing too is like the Lindsay Clancy coverage, you know.
Yeah. I mean, she missed the mark with Lindsay Clancy. If she wasn't such a crazy not journalist, because she hoodwinked everyone into believing that she was some big shot reporter. Yes. She couldn't take it. She couldn't handle it. And she missed the biggest chance of her life. Karen Reed wasn't even it. This was it for her.
Yes.
And she
honestly,
failed.
I feel like this went more viral because it's turned into like a gender war too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like this has gone more viral than Karen Reed 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yep, agreed. And everywhere. She gave up. She was like, I'd rather talk shit and make stuff up on the internet and get the entire internet to hate me.
Big mistake.
She did this to herself.
Big. Huge.
You made a big mistake.
Yeah. And she's always online saying that the Baker did this to her and Aiden did this to her or whatever. No, she did this to herself and to her family.
Yeah.
Yep.
This Defense Diaries put out, I'm gonna mute it because it's music, but I love this song Rage Against the Machine anyways. But she could have been in on this.
Yeah.
Report they're surrounding Reddington. And again, like it's not even about she has made comments about, you know, like her stance on the case, but like you didn't even have to have personal feelings like to cover it and like gain your reputation back after everything that happened in the Baker situation. You know what I mean? Like everything that happened with Baker, everything, the downfall that you had with Turtle Boy, with the exit interview, and everything that has happened about the Veterans Association and the Charlie Kirk merch that you pocketed. The best thing you could have done was cover this trial, show everybody that you're actually a professional and that you still have it, like you did with Karen Reed, and you can keep people updated with tweets and then have your streams when you're leaving the courthouse. Like that could have been what she turned this situation into. And it's like, it takes too much work. And she was like, she said something in one of her streams. I already did the Karen trials anyways, 2 of them. And it was like, yeah, it's the same case. Like you already knew the characters in the case. You know what I mean? Like that's much easier to cover the same trial twice than to pick up on a different trial and then start covering that, you know what I mean, from the ground up. And she had the opportunity and she missed the mark.
You know, not for nothing too, like I'm just gonna say it, like her reporting on Karen Reed, like Aiden, if you go back to some of his Bus Stop Lives when he's doing like the preemptive telling of the valid truth journey, she wasn't reporting on the case. She didn't know any of the facts of the case like us we did. Like we know all the facts of the case. She would talk about the jurors, what they looked like, what faces they were making. Not that it wasn't valuable at the time, because it was interesting because we couldn't be there, right? But she didn't actually know any of the facts of the case. So there was nothing that she could have said that would have been valuable as far as the case. It was just about the jurors and what they looked like, what people were wearing, what looks they were giving each other, like. So
and all she had to do was replicate that.
All she had to do was replicate it. All she had to do, but this could have rehabbed her reputation amongst. Big time. I think that it could have somewhat started the uprise of her channel, of her brand, of not being the worst locale on the internet right now. It could have done something, but she's so fucking lazy and has no ambition to be better that she gave up day 2 of like jury selection.
And the subs are dropping. She could have. And that's the thing. We trash Lauren Matthias, but she went to that Corey Richins trial and she went to the Lindsay Clancy trial. And I'm not trying to toot her horn or anything, but I'm just saying, Jess, you could have put yourself together and carried on with dignity. And instead she sees that, you know what, I can just cause drama. I can just, if I have to talk about libs, then I can attack libs. Like that's like what is always her backup plan.
Yeah, she just wants to hate for a living. All she wants to do is hate and cause division in everything, politics, true crime. And the thing is too is like she's too fucking lazy to. Sorry, I keep swearing, but she's too lazy to do any research about how any of this works, how the internet, how YouTube works, how this arena of YouTube works. Like she doesn't do any research whatsoever. So how are you going to convince me that you're a reporter? You're just a good manipulator until people figure you out, unless you're a bunion.
Yes. And hello, Emma. Good to see you. And yes, Crack, I agree. He said she knew she was not going to not be able to do it. Yeah, it's from the start that she was like, I heard the 911 call. I can ride that drama out and that trauma. I can create myself as the victim because I had to hear that.
Oh,
you know? Same thing
absolutely.
Lauren Matthias did.
Yeah, but at least Lauren Matthias has ambition and like does it regardless of what we say about her. She keeps moving on because she wants that dollar holla. Jess just wants bunions to feel bad for her and send her a Venmo or 2. My girl Jen O in the house. She says, remember when she claimed that Kevin Reddington was going to be a regular call-in guest on her show? Dead. Yeah, she's just a liar.
Stop it.
She did. She claimed that.
Oh my God. And you think about it too, like say you saw her stream, you never knew who she was, but her title had Lindsay Clancy in it. If she's smart, she should have been hashtagging it or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh wow, I'm going to subscribe to this channel. Like, how many times does that happen? And it has happened also with Turtle Boy, where she'll be like, because specifically when he was doing the drama free time period, she would be like, I would go to her stream because I was like, well, it seems like she's like spilling it. Not sure why Aiden is friends with her because he's telling his personal business, but I'm nosy as hell. I'm the first one to admit how nosy I am. So I went to Jess and I was like, wait, what's going on? Because like I had no idea about a lot of this stuff. Like, and then it blew up with the recording and all that. You guys already know. And it's like to the point where she just will say lies, straight up lies, in hopes that she gets one subscriber. Because if it's not lies to get subscribers, she's got to cause chaos.
Yes.
And that takes more energy, but she'll still do it.
She'll still do it. You know, I remember like I'm driving to work listening to her because she would be up really early in the morning, and I'd be listening to her for a few minutes because she gave me anxiety, and I'd be like, I can't do this. But I remember thinking like multiple times, like, Aiden can't. Does Aiden know she's doing this? He has to. Like, is he giving her information? Like, I remember thinking like he cannot be okay with this, or like he would have to be, right? They're besties. Why wouldn't he know about this? And then come full circle, he never watched her, and he was begging her to stop. Amber,
yeah. Come to find out. Speaking of true crime, because being in true crime, we start to kind of sense like this story sounds familiar. It's kind of like this other case that I looked at where blah 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 blah, blah happened, and then you start connecting like similarities, you know. I heard Jess talk about this text message that she'd sent to Turtle Boy, and I was like, this sounds very like cult
single white female.
Not well, you could take it that way, and I definitely could take her that way. But this specifically was like almost like cult leader type thing. Not that she would ever think that she could lead Turtle Boy, but I think that like she's so used to manipulating people this way that she tried it on Turtle Boy. You know what I mean? Like, just listen to this shit.
Okay.
That doesn't mean anything. That means nothing. But you're right. Being a friend is a two-way street. And part of being a friend means not repeating what I told you in our private personal conversation. So I didn't tell Meredith that much of like I didn't say 95% of what she claimed I said when I reached out to her and pleaded with her to stop posting privileged combos. Considering all the stress I'm under that no one else can possibly relate to, you would think being a friend wouldn't include causing me more problems that have very serious real world consequences. So he tells me that Bettero is gone. He tells Meredith Bettero is gone. He somehow convinces Bettero to come back and does not want to be publicly embarrassed that Bettero left. And he is angry at me that I shared what he told me because Meredith had shared it. So I was just kind of like elaborating on it. And by the way, from the perspective, it was just like, yeah, this fucking sucks for him, right? Here's my response. I covered for the Olivia Flip audio at the to keep you busy. I'm not perfect, and I'm trying to find my place in all this as it goes on around me. I apologize for not always getting that straight about that. I always felt God was telling me to befriend you, to show you that I'm not even a person to you. I'm just content. And I responded, Aiden, you wrote a story about me, and for one day I thought about killing myself. I prayed about that. I always felt God was telling me to befriend you, to show you that there was another way to do things. I held on for a long time, even when I knew things you did were wrong, even after you fucked me over.
She's so manipulative.
Yes. Like as soon as the conversation got heavy between them and he says, I feel like I'm only content to you.
Yeah.
She pulls out let me just manipulate this MFer. Let me knock it all out in one text. I'm going to mention how I tried to unalive or self-delete because of the article he wrote about me. So I got to mention the article.
Yep.
And then I'm going to mention that, God has some sort of intervention or something behind our friendship.
Godly intervention. Yep.
I got to mention that God aspect. You know what I mean? To really like get in the emotions of like the situation and like, I'm talking about self-deletion. So something pulled me out of there. I'll just say it was God. You know what I mean? Like who knows what's even true, And
the poor kid lost his mother right around the verdict of the second trial. His mother passed away and she mentioned his mother. In the same breath, yeah, he lost his mother. God rest her soul. No one wants to lose the mother, right? So in the same breath of this, because he went over this on a Bus Stop Live. So not only did she do the God intervention thing, she mentioned the article that she wanted to go walk out into fucking traffic, right? She wanted to do that, and then she goes, "Oh, and your mother talked to me," or something like that, like a weirdo.
What?
Yes, in the same
all of a
breath,
sudden
Amber.
she can intercede.
I talked to your mother.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Okay, hold on.
girl.
I slowed it down. We got to hear it, and then I'm going to pull up something that kind of backed up my like. This feels very like cult leader, manipulative, like type of message that you're trying to brainwash somebody with, or like really get their feelings towards like you're right and they're wrong. You know what I mean? Like she's trying to make it so that like specifically because he said, I feel like I'm just content to you. Like that's the truth.
And that
hit
is
with
the truth. Yeah.
She can only cause chaos on some level, even if it's emotional manipulation.
Me, and for one day I thought about killing my it causes me. It doesn't bother you in the I am someone whose private conversations you can use to blast to your followers and cause me more problems. You don't give a shit about the real world harm it causes me. It doesn't bother you in the least. I'm not even a person to you. I'm just content. And I responded, Aiden, you wrote a story about me, and for one day I thought about killing myself. I prayed about that. I always felt God was telling me to befriend you, to show you that there was another way to do things. I held on for a long time, even when I knew things you did were wrong. Even after you fucked me over. I still believe that you need grace and support, but you aren't the only one who gets to say whatever the fuck they want on a live stream. And don't respond. And for what it's worth, my inbox is full of your supporters who love you, but agree with everything I said. And he said, oh, okay, so you're turning people against me. And I said, no.
That's exactly what that means, though. So this is obviously a conversation from, months ago or whatever. And he basically like figures out that because tell me she didn't mention that on purpose. I have a bunch of
100%.
Your supporters in my inbox who say blah blah blah, and it's like so then he figures out the truth again and confronts her with the truth. So you're turning people against me. That's exactly what she was doing.
100%. And every time she is exposed for who she truly is, she retaliates. Every time, just like her bunions, they come at people, and then people respond, and then they retaliate and play victim. It's her playbook. It's like she does this, and the thing is too is like this has probably worked for her for so long, and this is why she can't keep friends, and she's a hot mess. Okay, her life is a disaster, and this is why, because this is her playbook. She emotionally manipulates people into thinking that the bringing up the article, the God, the mother, the whole gambit, right? She tries to play on his feelings, and finally, when someone puts a boundary up, and they're like, "No, bitch, I see you for who you are," then it's like the backstabbing and the turning people against them and all the things, right?
Yep. And Emma's always in the chats too with me. And
hey, Emma.
She says in those chats right now. So I believe she's referring to like at the time of the text messages. Because remember, this is from this week, but Jess is reading previous messages from long ago or months ago. In those chats around this time, Ocean, remember how Ocean tried to like buddy up?
Yeah.
Like why are you here?
Yeah. I think Ocean is a defector, but she has a lot of making up to do. I think people have a lot of hard feelings against her.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll noted. It's noted.
Yeah. I think it'd be a whole
this time, Ocean and all those bitches were all over chats saying, "Sit down, Aiden. Don't give him your money, etc." And the thing too is like, then a creator will come out and be like, "I can't control what people are saying." And in my chat, and it's like very well that you can control your chat, or even if you don't delete comments because you just want open conversation, you could still say like, please don't like I always say, not only is it in the description box, but like don't send hate to the people that we're talking about. We're just talking.
Right.
We're not here for you guys to go real life on them, etc.
Yeah. No, I'm actually firmly against real life stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jess and any creator could say like all opinions are welcome, but let's not mention pulling money away from Aiden's defense support. You know what I mean? Like really?
No, but she wants money pulled from Aiden's defense fund because she wants that money in her Venmo so her and Jessica can take Haitians. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she lets the chaos ensue in the chats too. You know what I mean? And it'd be interesting not only to go back and watch previous streams like Olap puts together, but what the chat was saying in regards to like what situation she's trying to hype up. You know what I mean? So I just felt like that stream there, like in that text message specifically to Aiden, was very like what a cult leader would say. Like a cult leader frequently tells someone that God sent them or that they are connected by a special fate. This is a classic trick to gain power over you, to gain trust quickly, to stop you from questioning them, right? To control your choices, it says. Signs of a manipulation, divine claims. They say God speaks to them directly. Like, you know, and it's like that's what she was doing in that message. You know what I mean? Bring up the self-deletion, bring up the mother, bring up God saved me so that we could be friends, or whatever you're trying to do. Like, this is new level, like manipulative stuff, in my opinion.
Absolutely
That's not
agree.
appropriate.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate.
It's very like concerning. Like, what the heck?
I'm just going to mention this. Brian has done the same thing. He tries to play on people's emotions to try to get people to hate other people. I wanted to go play in traffic, but why did he want to go play in traffic? Because what Jess did, right? But he's out here sending her super chats for alliances because he's out on the Millions and the Misfits, right?
It's wild. It's wild. He exposes the Charlie Kirk fraud, and then she starts saying
takes up
these
for
things
her.
about him. Yeah. And it's like, wait a minute, what? Jeff
It would
was
be a
out here for
cold-
blood, and now you guys are like, cool?
Yeah, it would be a cold day in hell that I would start groveling back to someone that I wanted to go play in traffic for. No, sir.
Exactly.
No, ma'am.
That's weak. I can't even comment on.
But you know what too? It's like, but it's all the same thing. It's all trying to play at people's heartstrings. Like, look what they did to me. Aren't they awful?
I don't like
You know?
that.
No, I don't like that either. No, have some balls.
Hold on. There's okay. So I don't know. I just saved clips, like I said. I saw
let's do
this,
it.
and then I realized that they shared a screenshot from Jess saying something, and then I'm realizing that it's about her comment that she like called people barren, women barren who don't.
Oh
have
my
kids.
God, this enrages me. The audacity of her.
Yeah. So I thought this was a good post to share. She says, this Stina is her name. This insensitive hog calling someone out for being, quote, barren bitch has no concept just how many women have issues conceiving or being able to go full term. That's the only thing this hog excelled at is laying on her back while randos used her. This is her opinion, everybody. I'm just sharing it. It's terrible. Drag this insensitive hog. She wants empathy for her effed up life over decisions she's made, yet wants to be hurtful to others that didn't make the choice to be, quote, barren. She is beyond disgusting. She can't blame anyone but herself for the hatred she receives. And then I guess somebody was upset by it and just commented to them, so not to this girl but to somebody else, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking about all the women in my chat. I was talking about the women who posted this.
No, but she offends everybody who listen. I don't know if like anyone in this chat has ever known anyone that has ever wanted a child desperately and tried for years and is unable to have a child. It is one of the saddest things as a sister that I've ever witnessed. Okay. It's so sad. And I don't know Lauren's story, okay? But she hates Lauren because Lauren's beautiful and successful and kind. And she emulates to Jess everything that Jess is not. And her only dig at her was because Lauren is without child, that she is a barren bitch, and repeats it over and over and over. Why? Because she got good teeth, right? Jess is just a hateful hoe, and shame on her. And when I go after her on X and I do whatever, it's because she is a cry bully, and she goes after people like that. Okay. She's disgusting. She's disgusting. And I'm glad one of her bunions spoke up and was like, well, I couldn't have children either. Am I a barren bitch? How about her ratchet twin sister who's 50 with no children? Is she a barren bitch too, Jessica?
Yeah.
Right? She's
Yeah.
disgusting. She's disgusting. She hits too low.
And it's like, what? Because you could get pregnant, somehow that makes you a better person? Like, what? I'm confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she got pregnant by two bums. Like, or not, maybe not Ron, the old one, the diabetes. He wasn't a bum, but the other one was a bum. And Jeff is definitely a bum. That she chose to have her kids that aren't his around when he court ordered can't see his child physically by phone or text. So who's the real idiot here, right?
Yeah.
You put a mirror to these people's faces and they don't like it, but then they go on the internet calling a beautiful girl who did nothing to her that. That's why people don't like you, Jessica Machado from Somerset, Massachusetts.
And it's like, you could have turned this channel into something better. Like, what are you doing out here?
Right.
Like with
Right.
this stupid board with people's names and faces on it, and she like puts people places. This somebody else. Wait, what? Somerset Snatch Donkey. I remember.
Yes, that Snatch Donkey's awesome.
This is funny.
Jolene Lunder in the piggish, grossest, most disgusting thing I've ever seen is taking the part of my husband and I dancing in my daughter's wedding video and slow-moing it and making fun of our bodies on her show. Okay. And
Shout out to the Spanx Corporation working overtime.
for Jeffy or for Jess?
Both, bitch, both.
So yeah. Did you hear her rant about this?
Oh my God. No, I would love to hear it though.
Okay. Let me just give you a little preview of why I think I have a different take on this too.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, this happened. She shared the wedding video, and I thought about sharing it live, but like you guys can just go like check it out on Jolene's channel. Like they went through it too, but it's a really nice, it looked like a great wedding. It was for her and Ron's daughter, it seemed. The one that she gave up for so she could be with her boyfriend when she was only 14. And the first thing I thought of too when I saw the wedding video is I was like, is this the boyfriend that she needed to like fraud the school district for? And then I realized I'm like, no, I don't think it is. I'm like, so why did we let our 14-year-old dictate like our whole life decisions and stuff back then?
Right.
Because she was feeling bad about like what?
Well, apparently she was truant, and the police came. Like she can get arrested for not sending her kid to school. So what was better? She's like, I'll just go send her to live with a stranger that Jessica went to high school with, so that she can go to the school she wants to do because I have no control over my children. That's what it seemed like to me, right?
Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry you miss your boyfriend, but we're not doing this. It's committing fraud. You know what I mean? And like, you're my child. You're not going anyways. But it was her wedding and it was gorgeous. It looked like a nice Catholic church. It was very nice. One thing I will note, I didn't really see Jess much in the video. Like I saw diabetes more. And I was like, oh, I bet he must have maybe paid for it. It was really nice. Her dress was nice. She looks like him. She's like the male version of diabetes, but like pretty, like thin.
The diabetes.
And her groom looked like a really handsome guy. I just feel like she already exploited their personal like video, so I don't want to like replay it and then also exploit their like they're doing their like Eucharist and mass and stuff. And I'm like, why is she sharing this? And then I realized she knows this is the thing. She deliberately shared such a personal video, knowing that people were going to criticize.
Yep, and then play the victim. I can't believe they're doing this to me. You're a low cow. You wanted this. You were begging for it.
Bingo.
You're begging for it.
Yes, she knew people were going to be like, I'm honestly, it looked like a nice wedding, so I can't say anything about that. But then I realized also in while acknowledging it was a nice wedding and the ceremony looked nice, I'm thinking, why are we sharing this on the internet? This is so personal. This is so like intimate. This is like, and then I'm like, because she just has no content outside of Turtle Boy. She's scrambling. She's got to look like she doesn't just always just sit there and talk shit, but really she's stirring up the pot, you know? So she's going to play this personal video. She knows there's a scene of her and Jeffy where they're out on the dance floor tearing it up. And it looks bad. It looks very bad. Like, and yes, Jolene slowed it down in slow motion and it was hilarious, but she knew something like this was going to happen so that she could come on in her little like see-through black shirt on an After Dark episode, and she could be like, you know, she goes into this whole rant about how like she didn't feel her best that day, and she was
of course she didn't
in the dress.
She's 300 pounds, and she tried to squeeze herself into a fucking size 12 when she's clearly a 22.
But and you know what I'm trying to get at is. Yes, that is 100%. And that's all I could think too when she was complaining about it. She's like, I was uncomfortable. And I'm thinking, because it was too small.
Yeah, because you try to squeeze yourself into an 18 and you're 22, 24, girl, and you're trying to wear tablecloths on the internet and you wonder why it's running rampant saying that you know what I mean? Like, she does it to herself. She knows what she's doing.
Alabama Amy says it is the middle school boyfriend. Well, good. I'm glad this resulted in a nice wedding and marriage then. Frauding the school district.
Yeah.
But that's interesting if that's true.
That she doesn't pay taxes in. She doesn't pay taxes there, but she's sending her daughter there because her daughter, she has no control of her children. And the cop showed up and said, if you don't get your kid to school, then we're going to arrest you. You're going to have to go to court. And she didn't want that. And so instead of taking, you know, the adult way of dealing with your child and putting her in children in need of services, you just took the easy way out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have a wrench, don't you?
Yeah.
Sure.
I do.
Sometimes trolls come in and they block like me and my mods. So just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, I have one. I can't see any. I've only seen one, and it's like your usual troll that's in here, and they're like, "Where am I? I can't see anything."
Okay,
what is this? Yeah.
But so listen to her just like play this whole like, you know, and I blah blah blah. And it's like you set all this up. This is just a setup so that you can be like, they're so mean.
I am telling you that of all of the things that I've seen Jolene do, this particular thing and watching her like make fun of it and slow-mo it and doing all of this shit solidified for me that Jolene is an absolute piece of shit. It is not even funny. It is nothing. And Menners has it perfect. She absolutely hates me. It's so bizarre and weird. The amount of time she spends on me is disproportionate to anybody else. And I literally cannot figure out how a person who acts that way on the internet all the time, like at least I mix it up, right?
No, you don't.
Jolene does this all the time and then shuts off her camera and then goes back to being like a high functioning member of society. How could you find pleasure in making fun of my body when I am dancing at my daughter's wedding? That is one of the best moments of my life.
Oh my God.
I believe that kind of, which is why I was like, why are we sharing this then?
Yeah.
It's like the same way that I feel it's cringe that Lauren Matthias will like monetize her date nights with John to her Patreon members. Like
Yeah,
people
weird.
spend money to see them on date night. It's like that kind of defeats the purpose of date night. You know what I mean? Like if you have
Right.
like you're streaming and it's all for like monetization. She's monetized her whole life with Jeff too. And
Yeah.
now she's monetizing this like nice video that's like I said, it's a very personal wedding video. Like I was just kind of like, why are we doing this? It's because she's desperate for content and she knew that she was going to stir up some like sympathy because it's clear that it was so cringy when her and Jeff came out dancing. It was.
Do you imagine your
split
parents
second.
coming out to your wedding acting like that? Like they're eating strawberries off each other's body, looking like two. I can't even looking like fucking like two walruses in extra small clothing.
It
Just
was
like,
so
hey, with
cringe.
3 chins, and she's expecting the internet that hates her not to react. Get the fuck out of here! Stop it!
Stop!
Stop!
My daughter was like finding her match and marrying him and starting a life, and then they're gonna.
See, that's why I wondered if it was the same guy because she says my daughter is finding her person or her match, and it's like, wait, what? I thought she knew him for like since he was 14 or something, but I don't know.
And starting a life, and then they're going to start a family, and they're going to add depth to our family. Like I was so happy. I'm aware, Jolene, I could have trimmed that part out of the video, and I had the capability before I posted it, took that part out. I didn't care.
The fact that she questioned about taking it out, it's like, how about you just not show it? You know what I mean?
Right, right.
You did it on purpose and you felt like you needed to crop it out because you knew it looked cringe.
It looked cringe, but she did it real life. She did that.
She's like, if anyone's going to monetize my cringiness with Jeffy, it's going to be me.
Dude, can you imagine? Okay, wait, can we just pause for a second? Can you imagine being like, damn, when you are married to a deadbeat like that, when you are like, he's hot, Jeff, he deserves guitar lessons when he don't pay child support. You are Team Jeffy when he is the biggest piece of crap in Somerset. Like, can you imagine the self-worth that you don't have to think that and to express it to the internet? Oh my God.
Yeah. And it seems like they burned like a lot of bridges to be together. Like it was like people that he was close with and family like didn't necessarily like take to her. So they put like a lot of stuff on the line. So now that I feel like they're in it for the long haul. Like people have like said, I don't think their marriage is going to last. It's like, I don't know, because they're both just so messy and they depend on each other.
So messy. Yeah. No, they'll probably last because who else are they going to get? I mean, after this?
After going through diabetes and Bridgewater.
Yeah. I mean, she's talking about barren women when she's been through the team of degenerates, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm so happy in that video, and I'm so happy about the whole day and everything that went on with it. But to watch a fucking piece of shit scumbag like you queue it up and get it ready to go in advance. You're watching that. You're sitting at your fucking house, sitting at a laptop, and you're like queuing that shit up, looking at my body like a fucking weirdo. And then you're making fun of us as we're dancing. You
like, to be fair, she says queuing it up to look at my body and respond to or whatever. It's like,
no one wants to look at your body, girl.
It's the whole screen. How can you miss it?
The whole thing.
Like
No, the thing,
front
but
and center. Like, what are you talking about? Like the way she's trying to make it seem like Jolene like zoomed in and stuff. Honey, no one's zooming. That's you.
Yeah, but this is the locale playbook. You called it. You nailed it in the beginning. She knew that if she played this, it would be content for people, and then she could cry victim.
Yes, and the thing is, Jolene didn't even need to say anything. All she did was hit slow-mo.
Yeah, right.
So no words necessary. This is
fucking two manatees fucking flossing across the stage in really too tight of clothing. Let's be real.
That's you and your man in slow motion. What is the problem?
Right. You did this. You played it too, girl. We all saw it the first time. We just made fun of it the second time.
Oh my gosh. I think I was with Emma was in chat when Jolene was going through it, and she said something about the chins. And I tagged Emma and I was like, which one?
Yeah, which one? There's a lot of chin. It's like almost like her chin's in her actual chin, like the actual jawline's tucked in somewhere from the 3 layers of blubber underneath. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on there.
Right. And the thing is, it's like, that's just you guys in slow motion.
Yeah.
Stop it.
You don't have kids. You're never going to.
Ugh, so hateful. And just because you were able to have kids, that doesn't, like, I can't even
experience what we experience. Having our child see joy and happiness and celebrate starting a new family. You're never going to see that. You're going to sit on the fucking internet for the rest of your life making fun of people. And I feel sad for you. I am pissed off and angry because it's disgusting. I actually didn't look my best, if everybody can figure it out. I waited all that time to find a dress. I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't happy. I didn't like the way I looked.
Because it was the wrong size.
Right. You could have looked great, Jess. I honestly,
it's not about the number. It's about how it looks, girl.
Yes. And your confidence in it. Like, yes, you guys were like breaking it out on the dance floor, but like we could tell it was cringe because you guys didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah, you didn't feel comfortable. And it showed.
Too small. Yeah. And I've seen her dress professional, like for Karen Reed, even when she went and she had that cringe picture with Lauren. I was like, oh, she's dressed up nice, you know, like
with the size 11 wide peep toe shoes that she was so proud of.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's like she can put on a good show. That's what it is. It's always like I can look the part, but am I professional?
But this goes back to, you don't have to share everything about your kids. Like, I understand, like, I'm happy for her daughter, right? I'm happy for her daughter. It has nothing to do with her kid, okay? So she's trying to play the sympathy. You guys are making fun of my kid. No, I'm happy for your child. You made a mockery of her video and showed your manatee ass in something too small and then cried about it when everyone made fun of you because the internet hates you.
And it's like she knew that people were going to criticize her in it or Jeff in it or something, you know, and she was going to say, you can't have kids and I can. You'll never experience the happiness I felt that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's like an arsenal that she just keeps saved up, and like she causes the chaos and then she knows how to attack it. Like when they are like,
dude, her own 50-year-old twin sister does not have kids and she's been married twice. So what are you talking about, girl? Stop taking shots in the glass house, because the next time you keep coming for people, they're going to start mentioning your sister with no kids and calling her a barren bitch. You want that? Like, you're asking for it. Stop it. Stop coming for people and maybe it'll stop. But what happens is the victim mentality. She gives us ammunition to have on her. She knew that this was going to happen. So we could be like, oh, they're making fun of my daughter. No, we're not. Nope, we're not. You should never put it out. But we're going to make fun of you because you're unliked. You're unlikable. Mm-hmm. And then you're going to be like, oh, then you're going to start taking the shots of you'll never be married. You'll never have kids. Some people, that's not their goal in life.
Right.
Right? So like, she's taking shots that probably really aren't even shots. She's just making herself look exactly who she is. It is an angry, bitter, vindictive, see you next Tuesday. That's what she looks like and that's who she is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this whole rant is like she just pre-planned what she was going to say after the after the chaos.
I didn't love my makeup, I didn't love my hair, but I didn't prioritize myself on that day at all. I didn't care about how I looked. I got myself dressed, I made sure I looked okay, and I focused on my daughter and the wedding and making sure she was okay. Jolene, you're gross. You're gross. It's disgusting. It's gross. And inside my brain, I think about, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be making nearly the amount of money that you're making. And that's why, bitch, we're putting you at the bottom of the Horizon social chart in some sort of little fucking cage over here where filthy, gross animals go, because that's what you remind me of. You gross, filthy animal pig. All right, so you people are losers. Like that, you're losers. Also, there's something wrong with you. You're a loser. But you're so much of a loser, you won't even make it on the Horizon social chart. That's how big of a loser you are. You're not even in the graveyard, okay? You're nobody.
Dude, you see
hold
that
on.
gunt? Dude, she's not seen her vagina in 5 years at least.
Oh my gosh. But
That's above the Fupa Troopers. That is a whole gunt.
It's cringe. And
Yeah.
one of the funniest parts about Jolene slowing this down was the band in slow motion, the way this was edited. Hang on. Watch. The way she edited, or I don't know if it's her or if she has a producer. I don't know, but I thought it was hilarious.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here?
Poor white people are the most emotionally and psychologically abused group in all of America, bar none. It's not even close. It's not, no other racial, ethnic, or class group has even come close to being as totally propagandized as poor white people are.
Yo, Jolene kills it. And she's adorable and likable and hilarious. And she has been successful on the YouTubes for years doing exactly this, only she did other people because you go by a playbook, Jessica Machado. There are tons of creators like you and people like us expose you. That's all. That's all we do is expose you.
Oh my gosh. I just noticed in that one last clip of Jeff, she was like swinging, I don't know, whatever around her head. I don't know what's going on. But he, I think, was doing like the pretend, like, you know, when you pretend you have cash in your hands, like, and you like swipe your palm, like you're swiping a bunch of money out of your hands, like to a stripper or something.
Yeah. She'll make it rain.
Yes, making it rain. Jeff was doing that. I swear that was like his dance move, like making it rain.
He was thinking about me. He was like, this is what I do to Amy at the strip clubs on Saturdays, Jessica.
With his invisible money.
With his invisible, because he got none. I mean, does he even have a job?
I'm not sure, but
I have questions.
I was like, after seeing that dance in slow motion, I was like, really? He pretended to make it rain on her?
He made it rain and then did jazz hands on top of it. He was like, make it rain, jazz hands.
That's crazy.
I
When
make
in
this shit
doubt,
up.
do the dance where you make it rain. Okay, got it. But yeah, that was my whole theory about her sharing that video of the wedding and like how everyone started sharing like the screenshot, still frame or whatever of them dancing and how cringe it was. I was just like, she knew this was going to come out and Jolene or somebody was going to like point it out or whatever. It's like, it's all set up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's she tees up the ball, right? Because she knows that we're all gonna dissect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's victimhood, immediate victimhood. And it's like, it's take all the seats, girl. We see you, we know what you're about, and you just want to play victim to get sympathy from your bunions who just dole out their disability checks to make you feel better.
And you know what?
She's the Jim Jones of the bunions.
And the thing too that I still go back to and I think is crazy is like she didn't have to do that with her channel or platform because she did good things with it during the Karen Reed trial, the Lindsay Clancy trial, like, and it's how it's gone crazy. You know, that's not going to always happen in Massachusetts. She had it where she was driving a reasonable amount of time to get to do some work, and it could have been so much more. She could have gained the subscribers. Like, it's crazy, but instead she's on here, I guess, creating new merch because she shared it this week too, and it says Somerset Snatch Donkey shared somebody else's. The original share says Jess has chronic merch issues. Just a few days ago, it seemed she didn't have enough transfer fund into her Shopify to fulfill orders, so people never got their merch, and she was making refunds only if they would text her personal phone. And then it says the nerve to post more merch when people who placed orders months ago still haven't gotten theirs.
Can you imagine?
That's it. And it's just that hoodie.
And like, think about the whole Charlie Kirk stuff that blew up recently. Like,
yeah,
kind of tone deaf, isn't it?
She doesn't care because she'll continue to get away with it with these idiots who are just like, yes, Jessica, yes, Jessica, yes, Jessica, you're great, Jessica. Yes, I'll keep buying merch that I'll never get. Like, I mean, we have to take a long look at these other people who support it. She's terrible. She's a nightmare. But these bunions are idiots.
And she kind of admitted that in a few clips ago that we shared, where she was saying, but the bunions will support it. They'll, they'll
and she
still
knows
be
it
there or something. And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's see this.
I don't know what else to tell you. I know it's hot. It's for the fall, Amy. Amy, it's for the fall. After the show or tomorrow, I will make more t-shirts and things to go with it for all of you whores that live where it's warm. I'm just kidding. That's all I got. It's all I got. But that's the logo. I thought I'd try it out and see if I kind of like it. It's fine. I forgot to add that to the beginning. So I just wanted to share.
By the way, I hate the logo. I hate it.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's as terrible as she is.
Like,
and the bunions are like, new merch, who this?
Literally.
Fucking moves with the hat on, looking like, oh my God. And then the people we know in the comments, like, yeah, Moons, go girl. You're fierce. God. Like, girl, stop it.
She's like, send me a video of you guys in the merch. They're just all like toothless, like you see like a chain link fence in the background and stuff. And
please tell me you've seen the 24 and 24 video when she had all those lunatics send in the video of them singing their part of the video.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Jolene went through it and she was playing this song. Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
It was so good.
Our kids could come up with a better logo than this, and they're like,
yeah, they're like 5.
Yeah. But you guys go ahead, bunions. Go ahead.
The bunions are living large.
It's gonna look great on you.
Oh yeah, and then to boot, right? I'll bring this up. Turtle Dove has his show with Emily C and Jimmy on October 30th, and she's having the bunions come in during this time to have a bunny weekend, and they're gonna take New Bedford by storm. And I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe go to like, I don't know, maybe the Lizzie Borden house or something, but they're going to try to take over Turtle Dove's weekend for his relapse tour, which is hysterical. Tell me you're bothered without telling me you're bothered. Like she can't be happy for anybody. She's not a happy person.
That is so cringe. You guys saw how gorgeous the theater is that they're going to be doing the relapse tour at. Like that is a night out. That is something to go to and to be a part of. The fact that Jess is like, we're going to do our own. Right.
With your
McDonald's.
Yeah. With your 12 bunions on disability. I see good things happening. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh my God. Bob just said size 24 and 24. You are killing me right now, Bob. Stop it. Oh, Bobby's the best. Oh my God. Yeah. All 12 of them are taking Fall River by storm.
I'm sure it's going to be a great time, but she'll amp it up and, make it out to be that it was amazing. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course. It'll be the gala of the season, as she said. Someone said that she's going to try to like crash the Schubert Theater. They're all going to be standing outside protesting with signs like wackadoodles.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't know if that's going to happen. I think she'd be too scared, but
yeah, that would definitely cause a disturbance. Like, get her out of here.
She would get mocked and laughed at out of there. Like people would just stand and point and laugh.
She doesn't have the guts to do anything, but she would, much like this quote unquote swatting situation. I believe that she could possibly be somebody to be like, yeah, do it.
Oh yeah, Day 7 definitely would do it. Allegedly. Yeah, she would definitely do it. Yeah. Calling a bomb threat or something.
As I have this paused, I just saw somebody in her chat. All they do is hate on other people. Did anyone see Jimmy watching LTL this morning? It was not a good watch. I only watched about 2 or 3 minutes of it. Right.
You did. As they're all screen recording. Can you believe him? He's just like so funny. And he just like has fun and mocks us. Can you believe him? Oh my God. The audacity of that bitch. Yeah.
They watch the whole show and then they go to her chat and they're like, yeah, it was not a good watch. Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And that really was kind of put in place, and me not realizing how close we were to the start of the Lindsay Clancy trial. Kevin Reddington and I spoke almost every day during jury selection and the days that I did go to the trial, which were not many. And I believe that
here she goes with the name dropping.
Yeah,
Kevin Reddington and I spoke every day.
Yeah. Remember Good Morning America and knew who she was? Remember that? Remember that fucking dog? She's like, oh yeah, Good Morning America was like, I love your work. Oh, because you were a Fall River reporter. You were at the Tribune. It was nothing. The Fall River reporter, stop it.
Yeah. And look, I've been looking at the transcript and I'm like, yeah, this is where she promises her chat that after the trial, she's going to have an interview with him. Let's listen.
that Kevin is very busy right now and he doesn't have time to talk to me. But when this is all done, I will call him and we will discuss things.
No, you won't.
One of the things that
you ain't discussing anything with him.
She does not have his number. She's just trying to be like, look how important I am, girl. You're not important. You don't have his number.
She says, I'm looking at the transcript. Form of an interview after the trial with me. Because he liked my work and I'm not mainstream media. So right, but you cause division like the mainstream media. Like she knows, stop it. And then she'll use the whole I'm independent. No.
Yeah. Yeah, you're something, all right.
So is this interview this was August 21st. So the trial is almost, it's done, honey. Closing arguments. When's your interview?
She wants to say she's independent. Sorry, I was going to say she wants to say that she's like independent media, but she's more like Perez Hilton, you know? She is. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he even has more credibility than her, and that's saying something.
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
We will discuss things. One of the things that I was told from Attorney Reddington was that he was going to try and work on some form of an interview after the trial with me.
That ain't happening. But no, I just paused it to see this comment on the screen. JJF71. All you do is complain about your personal life and constantly bash Turtle Boy, etc. Get done real content like your own. WTF, you suck.
It's true. It's true. She's just vengeful and hateful and bitter and vindictive. And anyone who has any slight disagreement, like when she was in my chat that day, and I said, listen, if you're gonna have claims against someone that they are a sexual deviant, you better have some hard receipts, girl. And then all of a sudden popped off. I had Hot Dog Water Diva and Prison Misty after me after that. And Jess, right? She's the puppeteer. So it's like you can't cross her at all, or all of a sudden you're a target of hers. But what happened was she went a little too far and now she's the target. And she messed with the wrong people. Now everyone is like, look at your own words. Look at your own words. Look at your own words. Look what you did. Look what you said. Look at the contradictions. There's a girl named Daisy on X that is a master at her contradictions.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Yep. And she's a turtle writer too, I think.
And she's a turtle writer. Yep.
But yeah, you hear her pause for a minute too. I was like, why is she pausing? I think she read that comment and she was like trying to figure out like how to carry on with the show. But yeah, she basically just told her audience that, you know, he is going to talk to her after the trial, which, by the way, closing arguments already happened. We're waiting for the jury to deliberate. Like, when's this lining up, Jess? Or is this another lie? You know, he's not going to reach out to her, I don't think. But then she goes on and on about like, she says that she's at peace with her decision not to cover the trial, to be honest with you. And it's like, you know what, when people have to back up their statement with like, to be honest with you, it's like, are you being honest?
At peace with my decision to not continue to cover that trial than I am this morning, to be honest with you. I always go with my gut, and my gut was I didn't want to be there anymore. But it's like very much reaffirmed today, if I'm being honest with you all, which I am. I'm being honest with you. I'm very glad I'm not there because I don't know how I would be able to report on that. I'd want to go over to somebody who's running up and taking selfies. And just, I want to ask them the question, like, do you find this to even be just remotely insensitive? You know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to.
No, she does. She had no facts about the Lindsay Clancy Trace case to even have an opinion on it. She had no idea what she was walking into, and then it was too hard. She could have sat at her house for 8 hours a day and reported on the Lindsay Clancy, but still that was too hard because she had no idea what she was talking about.
Yeah. And what does she end up jumping on? Not only does she not get the information from the case like out there on her platform because, you know, like you said, she's too lazy, but she hops on this whole like, I'm just disgusted with the way that like, you know, people are like, and again, it is disgusting, like the whole girl in the green dress, and come to find out she knew Jess Machado or like had connections to her and stuff.
Called her queen.
Called her queen. It's all very like cringy, considering like the atrocious murders, you know what I mean? And at the same time, she's trying to use like the chaos surrounding the case that to be honest with you, mainstream media and social media, which is still controlled by the same people who control the mainstream media, because people keep saying it's all over my timeline, everyone's doing it for clicks and views, like, and you see all these like TikToks and reels where people are talking about the case, right? It's just being pushed out into your algorithm, like it's shoved down our throats. It's created like a whole gender war and stuff. She like jumps on like bashing that aspect of it, which I get, when really like she could have used her platform, like I said, and her availability to get to the courthouse and stuff to really show us I'm a professional. You guys like think that I'm just about chaos, and I'm not. Like, I'm covering this and I'm doing a good job. She didn't do that. She didn't choose that. So here we are, and yet she still wants to ride out the story, but in the division aspect of it and the drama aspect of it, you know?
I agree. She could have rehabbed, and listen, if I was her, I would have done it for general purpose. I would have been like, I'm going to get my ass to that courthouse every day to show these people that I'm not a lazy, lard ass drama farmer. Yeah. I would have done it for general purpose, but no, she's so exactly who we think she is that she couldn't even do that. Instead, she hopped in her son's Mazda and rode around Somerset talking shit instead, and made enemies everywhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you still could have taken your vacation, like like for her to act like, you know, I heard the 911 call and it was like, tried to ride out the trauma of that. Like, you still could have gone away and relaxed and decompressed and like, you know what I mean? Like, don't act like that was too much for you, like sensitivity wise. Like, we know that's not you.
Yeah. And so I'm reading in the chat, there is some substance to her musty odor in the small courtroom because she didn't bathe, and there's a lot of weight and crevices that do not see the light of day. And if she didn't shower, I mean,
that's the rumor.
That's the rumor. And I believe it.
And not only that, she like burned a bridge with Bob Mata in them. And it's like,
awkward.
Awkward, especially when a small like courtroom. It's like, oh hi, remember how I caused drama with you on X for no reason?
Right.
Hi.
Yeah. Yep. And she can't help herself. That's the thing. She's reactive. And so like she can't even like pick her battles. There's no such thing of picking her battles with this chick whatsoever. And she's so bothered. Her and her bunions are the chicks that stay bothered.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why I paused it here, but let's see.
Let's go.
Oh, okay. That's the wedding one, and we don't got to go through that. We already touched on that, and yeah, she knew exactly what she was doing when she was pulling that up.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so here she had some interesting Aussie on. I don't know.
Oh, he's part of KMS. He's a weirdo. He's like 4'11" and angry too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of fits everything. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, here she talks about how she plans to cover Aiden's case still. In December, you're gonna get out in the winter?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, and just to preface this too, those KMS guys hate Aiden like with a deep passion. Why people hate him and take his life personally is beyond me. I'm not that person, but they hate Aiden with a deep passion.
Okay, that's good to know. So then she's like, "Come on my channel."
Yeah.
She was so. I don't even know. I don't know how. I was looking for another live of hers and then found this, and I was like, "What the heck?" And then she happened to mention covering his trial. But at one point, she was like asking him when I was flipping through, like, see how she's like leaning in and like asking this question in this little picture.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, why did you, like, he talks about his divorce. She's like, so why'd you get divorced? I was like, okay, kind of personal to just like put out there on your channel. She doesn't care.
No, she doesn't care. She likes that. I mean, I'm nosy too, but like I wouldn't ask it.
Right. I wouldn't be I'd be thinking like, wonder why they got divorced, but I wouldn't be like, let me put you on the spot live on my channel.
Exactly.
You know, like, because you said you still got to like cover his case, so it's going to be hard to cover his case and not talk about him.
I actually think it's like, I think everybody expects that I wouldn't cover his case. Like, why would I? I used to cover it. I'd go to every hearing. And I feel like everybody thinks like, well, she's not going to go anymore. I think it's the opposite. Now let's go and give it from like a completely different perspective. Like not
a completely different, so a hater perspective.
Yeah, against him perspective. Yeah.
Say it for what it is.
Yeah. She tells on herself daily. Self-snitching. Yeah.
And the way she tries to like sell it to everyone, like from a completely different perspective.
Yeah. Because she's trying to get the LTL, JFK, Cryford, like all of their people over to her channel during the trial. So she's gonna hold that perspective because they'll get her super chats and all of those things. So she's listen, I don't respect anyone who don't hold convictions. You don't gotta like the man, but you can be about the cause. I have no respect for that. So it tells me everything I need to know about who she is as a person. No convictions, no solid. I stand for this. I don't think that she was ever in it for the right reasons anyway.
Oh no. No. It was always it's like a social ladder.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely.
somebody that's like,
which by the way, another thing, she could have linked up more with Lauren if she kept covering it. And then when her and Grayson left, like they ended up leaving early or whatever, that was even more reason for Jess to cover it, because Lauren's no longer the courtroom reporter, right? Because that was what Lauren would title her streams as, inside the courtroom, like first account.
Yeah.
She could have taken that.
Yeah, she could have.
Like the following that Lauren was getting like throughout the day's stream lives when she would randomly take a break and do one. It's like just such missed opportunity. But look at here, she's ready to like get out in the winter to cover Turtle Boy's trial, when it's like I thought you didn't like him, and oh, so you're just gonna cover it from that perspective. Got it.
Yeah, she's gonna go in as a hater. She's gonna go in as a Gretchen boss, just because the people that do support Aiden can't stand her anymore. So she's like, oh, I'll just go get the audience from LTL and Mike Crawford and JFK and because I'll just steal their viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, out here kind of making excuses, but like now let's fucking go there and just look at it with a completely different.
Now you've got an agenda. Take him down.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you know, from some.
He called her out.
Did you hear that? Make an agenda. Take
Yeah.
him down.
This is the guy who goes after Jolene. Menners. Yeah.
Not very nice.
No, he's not.
Well,
He's
like,
angry.
really?
He's angry too.
Who would think that way?
Yeah.
Like when LTL
People with
says-
derangement syndrome do.
Yeah. When LTL says Will wants Turtle Boy to go to prison. He wants it more than anybody else. It's like, who even would think that he would be thinking that way? And it's like, so then is that how they think?
Yeah, definitely. You have to understand. LTL was the guy who did pick me for when Aiden was in jail. He would cover Tuesdays and Saturday nights for Aiden because no one else wanted to do it because they were like, no, that's weird. But not LTL. He did it, and so then they think that Will is out to get Aiden because I truly believe that was their mentality. And this is me being kind of on the outskirts of thing. Like, I'm not like super into it. Like, I respect everybody's differences or whatever, but I just call shots, right? I call how I see it. And I watched Brian say that, him and Mike Crawford talking about it. And it was like, they were like, he wants to be the leader coming up. And it's like, first of all, there's no leader. People think for themselves. And that's not how I see Will whatsoever. I think Will is his only solid YouTube creator that has stuck by him, and it didn't matter because Will is like a strong male in the game, and he's not swayed or gets butt hurt by not being the coolest guy in the room.
All I know
mean?
is if Machado is going to be there every day covering it, and like, I just hope it doesn't turn into a whole, like, there's more people who hate him, like, there outside the courtroom than people who are there to support him. You know what I mean? Because that would just turn out awful. Like, imagine having to go on trial and then see all these haters as you're, like, dealing with it.
This is my prediction. Jess is going to go there one day, and she's going to get all the hate from all his supporters, and she is going to clam up and never go back. It's going to be a Lindsay Clancy thing. She's going to be like, guys, I just couldn't take it. My lupus flared up, and my driver foot doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, she's going to be like, the car is on the fritz.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jeff's got to get something fixed on it.
Yeah, Jeffica, and he doesn't fix anything around the house, so it's not going to happen until 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah, yeah.
Look at her face as he's saying, like,
ugh, look at that face. Oh,
whatever
God,
he said about, what did he say? Now I forgot what he said. Something about an agenda or whatever. Hold on. I want to see her face because she kind of does like a Duper's delight or smile or something. Hang on.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm just looking at
the laugh.
like, out here kind of making excuses, but like now let's fucking go there and just look at it with a completely different.
Now you've got an agenda. Take him down.
Make an agenda. Take him down, and then watch her face as she says no. Hold on.
She loves it.
Yeah, she heard what he said, and she
heard him.
I gotta act like that's not.
She heard him. But this is why she has these dudes on, because she's up Kurt Minahan's ass, and she always wanted to be a Kurt Minahan girl. And these are the close seconds. And these are the guys that hate Aiden. Like, all of them hate Aiden. All of them. Except for Kane.
Make an agenda and take him down. And now look at. Oh, maybe it's too slow. Trying to put it in slow.
Looks like she's having a stroke.
No, I'm not saying
Look at her.
that. I'm just saying, like, from somebody who has been burned by him, now who is saying
Look at her.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just
Look at him.
saying, like, you know, from somebody who is.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
That guy's so angry all the time.
It
All
is
the
what it
time.
is. She
Yeah.
wants. I mean, what other perspective is there?
I mean, no, she meant go in there with a lens of Aiden's a dick and a bad friend, and I'm gonna be a hater now. That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
But
see.
she'll get run out of there is what's gonna happen. She's not gonna be able to take the comments and the get out of here's and the all the turtle riders are roll deep, and so she's not gonna be able to take that. I call that now. She won't be able to take it. She'll last 2 days, maybe even one. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think you are correct.
Yeah.
I think
I
we should leave on this note.
Oh God. Doesn't
What?
she look like the sister from Hocus Pocus, the redhead? Was it Bette Midler? Check out her face. She got that look.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look it up and then we'll.
She does.
Oh my. Somebody, which I don't condone, but they shared, it looked like maybe her father's obituary. And it showed a picture of him. She looks just like her dad.
Does she?
Yes.
Dude, check that face out. It's the same face coming at you. Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Talk about.
She's a beaut. She's a beaut, Clark. She's a beaut.
There's somebody for everyone, right?
That's what they say. I mean, she found him.
But I mean, he is a 10 compared to the other two.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in comparison. Oh my God.
All right. So
Listen, I put a motion in for a Horizon social chart. Next time we reconvene, I think we should do our own Horizon social chart.
oh my gosh.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You have to put it together.
I will. Don't threaten me with a good time, Amber.
I'll edit my clips and then you put together a presentation of that.
Done.
And there better be this handsome stud on there.
We're gonna put him in the cage.
Yes. And the thing too is, like I said, people have exposed the cracks, it seems, even between Jeff and her, with the repo video and just, the Charlie Kirk drama and stuff. And so, things get heated behind the scenes because of the drama that ends up being created by her,
Can you imagine the fights?
But here it's like, she's like, come out there. And she like makes them perform as if they're like, everything's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dance, puppy, dance.
Yes. Yes.
You will be supportive. They think that you're a deadbeat, whatever. You will come be my husband. You will support me. You will make fun of the ladies on the internet because you're a coward deadbeat. Yeah.
And look, he has no shame. So he's
No
like, yeah, I'll
shame.
do whatever you say.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be Jolene?
I don't know because I only watch clips on X of her. I don't really watch her videos because I will not give her.
Yeah. Same. I'd rather chew. No. I'm good.
But I know that when she wore, I think it is supposed to be Jolene. Chat will know.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Yes.
Whole lot sooner.
Hey.
So somebody knocks, one of her daughters, I think, knock on the door as they're live streaming, and that's what Jeff is doing.
Go.
They are now. Yes, come on in. Hey.
Hey, guys. Hey. Hey.
What's up? Don't worry about what we're going. Don't worry about what's going on in here. It's paying the bills.
Go.
They are now.
Oh my God.
daughter
The
or
poor
son, I don't
kids.
know. Doesn't matter. But her kid walked in or something, and that's what they walked in on. It's like paying the bills. Okay.
Like gross. Like the thing is too is like in order to be able to roast people, you have to be able to use like facts, right? You have to be able like because that's like the funny part. You're just like exposing and putting a mirror up. But like you have to be somewhat funny. They're not funny. Not they're vengeful and just nasty. And so it comes across as just that. They're not funny and they think they're hilarious. And she thinks she's a size 2. So it's like the Delulu goes far, Amber.
Mm-hmm. And it's just gonna that's the thing. It's just gonna continue to spiral the closer it gets to the rehab show, I fear. And the closer it gets to the trial, I fear. And it's just like we don't need this chaos, you know? Like
But
we
we'll
need
keep talking about it.
right.
Yeah.
But when are you going live again? Where can people find you on X? And I've
Oh.
got your channel pinned. So please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Amy.
And you can find me on X at at Boston 1985. Amy, I'm always a good time on X. And I will be live on Monday night at 9 with Madstock Media.
Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that. I'll definitely be there moderating and
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, thank you, chat, and thanks, Amy, for coming on. I mean, I had more clips. All it is clips of her and just being stupid with her whiteboard and stuff. And it's like I can't even believe that she is serious when she's doing it. Like it's one thing if we do like a mock board, you know what I mean, where it's like mocking the whole idea of it.
Right.
But she's dead serious, like putting these people places, you know, and she's like, oh, and Jimmy and Jolene, they're all in the trash. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, she's
confused.
directing her bunions of who they like and who they don't like that week, and that was like the thing, what she did, and it's just vile. She's just a vile human being. And I don't know if Olaf's a girl or boy. I'm assuming a girl. Olaf just said the only funny to laugh at, and that is a mic drop. They are only funny to laugh at.
Exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Olap is funny. If you guys aren't subbed to Olap, you definitely should go there, and you can see like compilations of Jess Machado where it'll be like a subject, like the young black economist. I saw her randomly in Defense Diaries chat. She said, "Did you see Olap's video on me?" And so I went there and I was like, I cannot believe it. It was like 33 minutes long, but just a compilation of Jess Machado just viciously attacking her in all her live streams.
Yeah. I mean, no, she was really nasty to my girl YBE. I mean, in the worst of ways. Disgusting.
Mm-hmm. So shout out Olap. Yeah, I guess that is everything that I think needs to be discussed. I mean, we talked about the relapse tour and we talked about the trial coming up, and you know, Machado, like you blew it with the Lindsay Clancy thing. Like you're not gonna. There's no way for her to make up what she could have done, like easily by covering the Lindsay Clancy case. Like, just like I said, missed opportunity, and clearly, like you're not serious about journalism, like she tries to claim to be.
Yeah, she lives a lie, and it's been exposed over and over and over. And if she wanted to rehab her reputation as anything, a good person, she could have done that and stopped focusing on what she's been focusing on and focused on that and tried to do something with herself. But she's unable to do that because she's ratchet. So here we are. And we'll continue to talk about it. And hopefully maybe next weekend we can get it back together. And I'm sure that chaos will ensue all week in the Bunyan verse. And we'll have more to talk about. And if you guys are going to the relapse store, tickets are on sale now. I will be there that night. So hopefully if you do get tickets and you will be there, I'll see you and be able to give you a hug. Yes.
Yep. And on that note, you guys have a good night. We'll see you next week for true crime during the week, and then the Saturday night is our hangout night, so we hope to see you guys there. Bye.
True Journey preview. It's like October 24th. I should have asked last night, but please do not mention that we spoke on the phone on your show. Okay. I'd like to keep our conversations private, remain private. And what is her response? Okay, but why? But why? Why? Because it's not normal to air private conversations with friends on your show. Like, that shouldn't be the default. I shouldn't have to ask you not to do it. Okay?
Know your role and shut your mouth.
And that went on for so long. Like, it was just constant airing of very private conversations, right? That I repeatedly asked her to stop doing. And the shit that caused me, the mental anguish that caused me, the money that caused me, the turmoil. But why, she says, but why? Because that's what normal people do. Normal people don't air private conversations for content, okay? And monetize it with their friends. That's not what normal people do. The fact that I have to ask you this so many times, like the amount of times I asked her to stop airing our private conversations, you have no idea the problems that caused. No fucking clue. And so for her to get up there and just be like, I was such a loyal friend, I did that. You were the exact fucking opposite. You gave up your seat for me in court and never shut the fuck up about it. Ever. I totally forgot that I saved the seat for you outside of court every fucking day because you had no one. There were no bunions then. There were no bunions. There's no one to sit in your seats. No one. So I got you into court every day. Okay. Without me, you don't get into court because there's a long line of people every single day. Only 10 got in. You get in 0 days. If you don't get in that courtroom, there are no juror tweets, are there? And then you don't have any Twitter followers. And then you're just some bitch at the fucking Herald talking into the void. That's all you are because no one followed you any of this shit. And so many people told me about her. And this whole thing, I do everything for her. You did shit for me. You did nothing. You did nothing for me. Everything that you did for me was really for yourself, benefited you. And she's broadcasting them on her fucking show every fucking day for money, to make money. Because this is what people, I have the tea. I know what Turtle Boy's saying. Oh, I talked to Turtle. Oh, I'm going to call Turtle Boy. We talked last night.
I texted Aiden.
Guess what he told me? Oh my God, guys, I have the tea. I have this.
Aiden Carney.
That's all I was to her. I was just something that she could use to benefit herself. I was never a fucking friend. She was never a friend of mine. She's just somebody who saw me as a useful vessel to monetize herself so her fat ass didn't have to get a job. That's all this was. This was never a friendship. I should have done it a long fucking time ago. I should have done it a long time ago. So it wasn't that I was siding with Baker. It was that I was like, we don't need division right now. I have a trial coming up.
We are in the state of Massachusetts for Aiden Kearney, who goes by Turtle Boy. He's the blogger charged with witness intimidation and conspiracy back in October 2023, all in connection to the murder case of Karen Reed.
If you support me and you want to help me, you would not be dividing the movement right now. That does nobody any good because now I have bunions who were turtle riders once upon a time. All bunions began as turtle riders. There's no such, bunions didn't just come about on their own. They all began as turtle riders. Every single fucking one of them. Bunions do not form on their own. They all came from turtles. All of them. And she knows that better than anyone. And now I got these people in my inbox telling me they're not supporting me anymore. And they're canceling Turtle Club subscriptions. And they're not right before the fucking trial because she can't shut the fuck up and stop picking a fight with everyone. That's it. And I'm like, we don't need a Baker, Jess Machado war right now. We don't need that right now. That doesn't help the movement that we're all here for. But she doesn't give a fuck about the movement. She doesn't give a fuck about me. She doesn't care about any of that except enriching herself. That is it. Period. End of story.